In a world where men often walk alone, who do they turn to for answers? Being a matter of choice. This is the dawn of something phenomenal. Fathers, sons, brothers, from the daily grind to the battles within. This is where real stories are told. A place where the silent struggles are given a voice, where the unspoken truths are laid bare. No holds barred. Brace yourself. This is Men on Record. It's more than just talk. It's a man thing.
Good evening and welcome. This is Men on Record, Friday, the 21st day of November 2025. And this is the day that the Lord has made for us to rejoice and be glad in it, hoping and praying that you are well in the Lord, that you had a good week, you had a good day, and that yes, you are ready for tonight's episode of Men on Record. And we are excited, looking forward to yet another amazing, encouraging, and also a very enlightening program right here on Hope Media. And we are excited from wherever you are tuned in from. Karibu sana to the episode. And yes, Men on Record yet again is sponsored by Brookshine Schools, where education is more than books and grades. It's all about shaping the whole child. And at Brookshine Schools, learning does go beyond the classroom to nurture character, leadership, and faith. And we will be telling you more about that as we continue with the show. Karibu sana to the episode. I am your host. My name is Gichuru. And tonight, what an episode, what a topic for us to cover. And I know this one, it will be such an enlightening episode. I can't wait for the same to learn and also get to demystify some of the myths when it comes to the same. Because this evening, we are talking about succession and also everything to do with will writing as well. So succession and estate planning, that is what we are discussing and tackling this evening. As you would be aware, from last week, I got a co-host. And yes, this amazing gentleman is full of energy, is full of talent as well. And we have decided, why not elevate his stature?
Gichuru.
I had to do that. You know
you
that.
Have to pull that card, man.
You knew that. You should have seen that coming. And so on my far left is my newfound co-host, Favoured, Franc. Good
Absolutely.
evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
I want to call you Sharon. George, how have you been, man?
I've been well, blessed of the Lord,
Amen.
And very much excited. And the week has been good. The day has been fantastic. Looking forward to an amazing episode as well. And because this is one topic, and we were discussing it off air.
Yes.
It is one topic that we usually don't want to discuss, and especially as men.
Hata uliza mzai huko nyumbani.
Ati.
Hey, wewe unafikira naenda wapi? I'm still here.
So kwa nini unaanza kuniuliza hii maswali?
Unafikiria nini?
Exactly, but it is very important for us to discuss the same, and that is why we have our guest already in studio. But before we introduce our guest, maybe how can we listen to the show?
Of course, we are live on Hope TV and, of course, Hope FM and our social media platforms. That is at Hope TV Kenya, at Hope FM Live. And, of course, you can get in touch with us on the number 0717 400 555 and, of course, on 0708 222 323. Let's interact with you. We want you to send us that question, that feedback, that comment. We'll be so glad to engage with you.
All right. And so be part of this conversation. And we are trying to reach as many men as possible. So you can share the link as well with someone. You can even, for the wives who maybe are listening on what is being discussed, make sure you are sharing that link to your husband, or you can text them and tell them you need to tune in to Hope FM, Hope TV, or our social media platforms for them to enjoy today's topic, succession and estate planning. That is what we are discussing this evening. And we have our guest already in studio, ready to share with us on the same. And so allow me on my left to welcome our guests. And should we say that also he's a friend of Hope as well?
Absolutely.
And so it's a joy to have you this evening, sir. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much, George.
You're well?
I'm well, thank you.
I like your tie.
Asante.
Yes,
Asante.
looking very sharp. Yeah, when we grow up,
Yes.
I know he will say the same.
We are taking notes.
They're taking notes.
We will refer to
Yes.
this clip.
Definitely. Yeah. So karibu sana.
Thank you very much, George.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Favoured Franc. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
A brief introduction so that we can get to know who we are having in studio this evening.
Thank you. My name is Justice Daniel Musinga. By God's grace, I'm the president of the Court of Appeal of Kenya. I joined the judiciary in 2003. So I've now been the judiciary for about 22 years. I served for about 9 years or 10 years or so in the High Court, and then I've been in the Court of Appeal for a number of years. Before then, I had practiced law as an advocate for 15 years in Mombasa. I am married to Lily. We have 4 adult children. Yes.
Ah,
Great.
for adult children.
Yes. And we live in Nairobi.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, and I know it has been a busy day, but thank you.
Yes, it's a busy day.
Yeah, it was. There was an event that was covered in the media, and I
Yes.
believe you are among those who are there.
Yes, we had a great day.
Yeah.
Today, our Chief Justice was launching what we call the State of the Judiciary report.
Yeah.
And it was a great day.
All right.
Just listening to what the judiciary has been able to do.
Yeah.
And the Chief Justice accounting to Kenyans about the work of the judiciary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great.
And so thank you so very much. And we can go straight to the day's conversation. And this one is a big one. And it's a big conversation that is out there. In some quarters, actually, we can even say it's very alien
Yeah.
from the African context as well. There are some things we don't even discuss. And so when we are discussing this, even as men, because many are times that men are really the ones who bear the brunt of the same. When you talk of succession and estate planning, is it just a lot of English, or in layman's language, if you can break it down for us, what does it mean and what does it entail?
I'll break it down and speak very simply.
Yes.
Because we're not in court.
That's a good thing. So we are avoiding court jargons.
No court jargon.
We are safe. With Frank, we are safe.
Very safe.
Yeah. You see, estate planning
Yeah.
is simply a process of a person planning about the future of their estate. Actually, estate in simple language is property, which could be assets, could be money, intellectual property, other things.
All right.
How it will be governed in future and in the lifetime of the person, right? So that the person ensures, he or she ensures that that estate is managed in the best interest of the family members and according to his wishes, both in his lifetime and after death. You see, will writing is part and process of estate planning.
Okay.
Because we're talking of making a plan.
Yes.
So actually in estate planning, there is will writing, and we'll come down to get to know what a will is.
Yes.
There could be setting up trust to define how one's property should be managed. For example, if you want it to be managed by a trust company or by trustees.
Yeah.
Appointing guardians for minor children, if one has minor children. Because when you are a family person, your children are under 18. In the event of death,
Yeah.
you want to know who will care for my children. You don't want your children to end up in the hands of a person who you would not have wanted to raise your children.
Yeah.
So you must be very intentional to think about that. And you can appoint a guardian if you have a children who are under 18.
Yeah. Yeah.
It also involves, this is estate planning, it also involves preparing a power of attorney that would stipulate who would act in your place during your lifetime in the event that you are incapacitated, say by sickness or mental incapacity, such that you are not able to do the ordinary things that you do, banking transactions. Right now, as we speak, I have a relative who, unfortunately, is indisposed. He's been in hospital for quite some time. He suffered stroke. One who can access that account. In fact, the family has been saying, we wish there was somebody who had the authority to operate his account. Unfortunately, his wife had passed on. So the estate planning is now involving, it's just a process where a person plans how his estate, his property is going to be organized, or is going to be managed, both in his lifetime and after death. Yes.
So in essence, you are just giving an authorization.
It's an authorization. You're setting out a plan. Yes. You see, as I said, the will writing is part of estate planning because you are in a will. You are talking about what should happen when you go. But when you begin to set up, for example, a trust, how your property is going to be managed. For example, even transferring part of your family property to a family to family trust for purposes of easing some of those transactions to avoid unnecessary payments of stamp duty and that kind of thing. So that all that process we call estate planning.
Estate planning.
Yes.
Right. Great. Because you initially you say that you are saying that a will writing is part of estate planning. So people should. Not confuse the two.
Yes,
it's just one and the same thing.
It's
one is a process.
One is a process.
Okay.
Because the estate planning is wider, but will planning is part of estate planning. Because you are now speaking about what you want to happen to your estate after you go.
Yes.
But the other things like what I said, appointing a guardian. Setting up a trust, drawing a power of attorney in the event that you are alive, but you are incapable of administering your affairs. What should happen? Should you be sick and you want a decision to be taken? You are giving somebody that power, a power of attorney.
Make a decision.
To make a decision on your behalf during your lifetime. Yes.
Right. I think that really cures the fear.
Exactly.
We are thinking about
So, and you see some of these things like a power of attorney. When the maker is alive, it's very important because we know so many people who just get a stroke. And they are alive. They are not dead. Even if they have a will, the will does not take effect until they pass on. But there may be a way they wanted to be treated in the event that they are not able to make that decision about their hospitalization and so on. So that power of attorney becomes very important. And that is part of estate planning, where you give details, and those are things that should be done carefully by a well-trained, a lawyer.
Because one of the biggest fears, I think, and we have had the fear is that if I do this in a way, I might actually even lose, the myths. I'm now addressing some of the myths that are there that exist when it comes to this, that I will lose my estate, I will lose my property, I will lose my right.
My children will want to take over.
My children will want to take over even as I am still alive. But now listening to you, it's because tomorrow is not promised to anyone.
Absolutely.
And then again, as you're saying, sicknesses and of late, things are really happening that had not been foreseen. And when that happens, case in point is what you have said. Someone is still earning and getting salary and all, but no one can actually be able.
His family members are actually suffering.
They are suffering.
Suffering. They're suffering.
Yet there is money that could actually help this person.
Even help him.
Even help him. Yeah, take care of him.
Because people bills. Now have to raise money to pay his bills. And yet there is money going to his account. Can you imagine?
And yet there is
And
There's no way.
And you see some things in life
Yeah.
where death is a certainty.
Mhm. Yeah.
As sure thing to happen to
Yes.
everyone.
That's true.
It's not if, it's
Yeah.
when.
It's when. Yeah. And
Yeah.
sicknesses.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
can strike anyone. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's now talk about some of, I know in the courts there is a lot that happens when it comes to succession, when it comes to the issues to do with will. What are some of the common issues that are witnessed to do with, wills, to do with succession? What are some of the common occurrences?
Okay. We need to distinguish the two things. There is a person who dies without writing a will.
Okay.
In law, we say he has died intestate. And another one who dies with a will, having made a will.
Yes.
The administration of these two, or the estates of these two people are done differently, because for this one who has died intestate, that is without having made a will, a family member or any other concerned person has to go to court, apply for what we call letters of administration, a process which takes long. In that particular time, nobody is there to administer the estate and so on. There are very many disputes that come with that. You will find a family members, first of all, they may not even agree who is to apply the letters of administration. Should it be the firstborn? Should it be the wife? Others will say, it is the father. And, you find disputes arising as to who should apply. Should it be two people, like a father and a son, a child, as a kind of thing? So there will be disputes of that nature.
Okay.
And on the other hand, if this person had drawn a will and appointed whom we call an executor, the executor just needs to take that will to court, a process we call a probate, for that will to be confirmed as a true will of the maker. What we call grant or probate. Now, there are disputes that arise in both situations.
Okay.
One, if it is a will, as you asked, there may be a contest as to whether this is actually the real will or it's a forgery. In a country where
we are in a country where people are creative.
Yes. So you have to prove it. It will need to be proven that this is the will of that maker.
Okay.
That the person who made the will was of sound mind. Because there are instances when a person may have made a will when they were so indisposed, they were not in a frame of mind to prepare that will, and the will can get contested. There are contests that will come about the mode of distribution of the property. One dependent or one son or daughter saying that, no, I have not been provided for. Or why was I given so little? So and so got much more than I. There may be dependents, people who are not one's children, but they were dependent on that person. For example, we had taken them in, or even in our African setup, you are paying school fees, for a relative, and you regularly you're the one who are supporting them. That person can go to court, and if they are able to prove that they were dependents and that they have not been provided, they may ask the court to make a reasonable provision for them. In the case of a person who has died without a will, remember, he has not said anything as to how the property is going to be distributed. It is now for the court to determine how the property is to be distributed according to the laws of the country, the Law of Succession Act. The court may end up distributing this property in a manner which the owner of that property, unfortunately, is not there, or she's not there, would not have wanted to be. So you see that if this person had drawn a will, he would have, prevented so many disputes things from happening.
And also, I'm looking at it in terms of even the time taken before such cases are concluded.
Absolutely.
It will take
It takes a long time.
It takes a, yeah.
It takes a long time.
Even ages.
Yeah.
It takes a long time because you have to go get a letter from your area chief to show that you are actually a children or a child of that particular person.
Yeah.
You go to get together all your family members, consent that you are the one who is applying for letters of administration, appoint a lawyer, or you may even do without a lawyer, but it has to be gazetted to Kenya Gazette, waiting for the process of gazettement. I have known people who have already paid to Kenya Gazette, to the government printer.
Yes.
For the Gazette notice to be issued, and
Yeah.
it takes 3, 4, 6 months.
Wow.
And then
Just
it,
the
the gazettement,
Yeah,
and
the
then it
gazettement.
goes to our courts. Our family court is doing very good work, but it's very, very busy court.
Yeah.
It may have to queue there for a number of years before, sometimes months, ordinarily a year.
Yeah.
In some instances, if there are disputes, because there are very many disputes that can be arise, that can arise.
Yes.
It can even end up taking 2, 3, 4 years,
Yeah.
and you can imagine what is happening to the estate at that particular time.
Yeah. Let's address something that also you have partly mentioned, and this is in terms of the requirements for a valid will or estate planning. What should I ensure in terms of this will, this estate planning process and everything is valid, and that even if it was to be contested, that it will stand the test of time?
Okay, thank you. First of all, any person who is 18 years and above can make a will. There's a misconception that it's only old men who should
Yeah,
make will.
that's the thing. Me, I'm still bado.
What do I have?
Kijana.
No. As long as you have anything in this world,
Yes.
even a car,
Because they will start.
household goods, whatever, you can make a will. There are benefits, which you earn here. You need to speak about those benefits.
Yes.
So, for one to make a will, they must be above 18 and above.
Okay.
You need to be of sound mind.
Yeah.
That will requires that you appoint an executor. That is the person who will execute that will. Could
So
be-
now, before you continue, this executor
yes.
must he or she be a lawyer or a family member or a friend, or who is this executor? Before, as I pick an executor, what should I look for?
Remember, this executor is going to play a very important part because he will be in your shoes doing things for and on your behalf, things which you would have wanted to be done if you were there.
Yeah.
Is the one who is now administering, who is going there to divide the property and do other things to manage your property, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It should be a trustworthy person, a person who will run things the way you would have wanted them to be done. It could be a lawyer, could be a friend, could be a relative, could be your wife.
Yeah.
In most instances, a person will appoint their spouse.
Yeah.
It could be any person.
All right.
So as long as that person is of sound mind, yes, yeah. It could even be an institution. People appoint, a bank because many banks have a department that deal with the management of estates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you need to appoint the executor there. You need then to set out all your assets, your properties, name them. My property here at Kamulu, I have this, Lavington, whatever.
Yes.
Name them. Your bank accounts, your intellectual properties, anything. And then you also need to set out your liabilities, your debts that are there.
Okay.
And then you need to set out the mode of distribution, who is to get what.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be very clear.
Yeah.
Then you must ensure that the will is dated. Then it must be, you must sign it or thumbprint it yourself.
All right.
And then you will need 2 witnesses who were there when you were signing.
Okay.
Yeah. Who will say that I was there when he was signing.
Yeah.
And it must be remembered that if one of the people who is a witness is a beneficiary, say if one of them is your son, he is a witness, but is also a beneficiary to get part of the
Yeah,
estate,
yeah.
there will be need for other 2 more witnesses.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
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 So in that case, you will actually have
4.
4, yes.
Yeah.
And they all need to be, they need to be there, as witness for each one of them to say, I witnessed that you signing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is important.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it is important for people to know that things like if you make a will before you are married, the marriage revokes that will.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we need to keep revising.
Yeah. You need to keep revising, unless that will is made in contemplation of marriage,
Yeah.
and you end up marrying that specific person.
Yeah.
So if you made a will before you got married, after you marry, you need to revise that. You need now to make a fresh will to indicate that clearly.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think, George, this a eureka moment for most of us.
Most of us,
I know,
exactly.
I know there are also people
Yeah.
who acquire property, they never share with their spouses,
Yeah, oh,
their family,
yes.
no one knows.
Yeah.
So they acquire this property and it's just somewhere, no one knows. So I think this is another opportunity
Yeah,
for somebody to
yeah.
consider now disclosing some of these.
Yeah, because so many of us, we are buying, and it's unfortunate, of course.
Yeah.
Yes,
and,
yes,
and
yes,
for me,
yeah.
if you ask me,
Yeah.
we should. We are not advocating for anyone to
Yes,
be
yes.
secretive in
Yes.
terms of
Yes.
what you are doing to
Yeah.
your spouse and
Yeah,
hiding
yeah.
some of these things.
Yeah, yeah.
No wonder we have a body called the unclaimed assets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because so many assets,
And it
out
is
there.
all in
so much.
billions.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Billions.
And-
Billions.
and yet
Yeah.
maybe they have sons, they have daughters, they
Absolutely.
have
The
spouses
beneficiaries are there.
who are struggling.
Properties that should be helping
Yes.
their family
If only
members.
they had a will.
Yes. Yeah.
If only they had done whatever we are discussing.
Exactly.
Now it would
Exactly.
have been easier.
Exactly.
Actually, your father left you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
I think that now brings us to a place of somebody now wants to know more. Why is it important to write a will right now?
It is important because you want to ensure that when you go, when I go, the assets that you've worked out so hard for are managed for the benefit of the people you leave behind. You need that to give them that, a peace of mind. You want to ensure that they will not get into unnecessary squabbles with the law,
Yeah.
or even amongst themselves, fighting amongst themselves. And therefore, it is a very, very important document for both the maker
Yeah.
and the family.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And we are discussing this evening. It's all about will and succession planning. This is what we are discussing this evening. And I know this is an eye opener for so many of us as well. And yes, any question, any query, any clarity that you could be seeking this evening, please do not hesitate to ask those questions as well. And of course, we will. Even as we continue with this conversation, just remember that this episode is sponsored by Brookshine Schools, which is located in Kamulu, just an hour. A faith-based school that partners with parents and the church to raise balanced, confident, and compassionate young people prepared to lead with excellence. And through their pastoral program of instruction and a close collaboration with Sitam Kangundo Road, Brookshine Schools blends spiritual guidance with academic growth, ensuring children grow strong in values, purpose, and vision. Admissions are now open. You can visit brookshineschool.ac.ke to book a school tour and also secure your child's place today. Brookshine Schools focus towards excellence. Let's continue chatting. Let's continue sending in those comments. Any clarity, please make sure you are sending them. Once we are back, we will also be discussing this thing called succession planning and estate planning and all will writing. Is it a preserve of the elite? Sasa wengine wanauliza mimi tu niko na sijui hii ngoho mbili kuna nini hii ni kitoweo. So
shamba ni kabisa.
those are some of the things and questions we will be answering once we are back. So we take this short commercial break and then come back, continue with this conversation.
The Nairobi City Water and Sewerage Company has begun a citywide disconnection exercise for all consumers with outstanding water bills. Illegal connections, meter tampering, and self-reconnections will attract penalties and prosecution.
Kwani bili hatukulipa?
Reconnections will only be processed after full payment of outstanding balances.
Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond what angaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond what angaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki msoul.
Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
Record right here at Hope Media, Hope TV, Hope FM, and across all our social media platforms. Thank you so very much for keeping us company this evening. And what a conversation we are having. And we can tell you it's eliciting reactions even right here in studio. Some are even texting their parents that they need to tune in to today's episode.
Very important. Something you cannot tell your father.
Something you cannot tell. So they need to hear it the same. And you see what they will hear. It's the guests.
Yeah.
It's Justice Musinga.
I'm not the one.
I'm not the one. You are
Thank you.
And we have been looking at different aspects of estate planning and succession and all. And someone was also asking a question I have seen in terms of for this will to be valid and all. And I think you have mentioned the same. It should be two people.
Witnesses.
Witnesses.
Yes, yeah, witnesses.
All right.
Yeah. Who have seen you, the maker, sign your part.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And therefore they can verify and say, this is Gigi's signature.
Yeah.
I was there.
I was there.
It is
Okay.
not a forgery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe just to stress on,
Yes.
if one is a beneficiary, then you need
Yes.
an
You need
extra.
an extra two.
Extra two.
Yeah.
Okay. Extra
So
two.
that makes it four.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
yeah.
I think now with that, I think
Yeah.
if you know someone is a beneficiary,
Yes.
I think it's only fair you exclude them from
Yes.
being part of
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
of the
To avoid
witness.
many
And you know, it is a simple document. A will need not be drawn by an advocate.
Okay.
Yourself, it doesn't need any particular legal language.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can just get a paper and say, I so and so. As long as you comply with the conditions there,
Yes.
you name the person who is going to be the executor.
Okay.
If you have 4 or 5 plots and a few other things you list, the things I own in this world are the follows.
Yeah.
These are these. Upon my death, I want this and this to be given to so and
Yeah.
so. These are the kind of thing. You
Yeah.
state all that. And the person I'm appointing as my executor is so and so.
Yeah.
You date it and you get 2 witnesses.
That's
But
okay.
of course, it is good if you're able to go to a lawyer to make sure that you get everything required in a legal document right.
All right.
It is important.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it looking at this man?
Yes.
And I'm drawing up my will and all.
Yes.
Should I tell my family that actually I've come up with a will, or is it a secret?
Confidential.
Is it confidential?
I
You know, there is a drawer that you keep. Very important.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it is important when one makes a will to disclose to family members that I have made a will. And in the event that I go with lawyer so and so, pastor so and so, I've kept it in such and such a place. You are not you are under no obligation to disclose the contents.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's important for one to let the family know that there is a will. Because remember, apart from distribution of the estate, the will also speaks to how you want, for example, the burial to be conducted, who is to be conducted, where to be buried, and so on.
Within how many
Within
hours?
exactly. Within how many
Yeah,
hours?
days,
Days,
yeah.
yes. So, if they do not know, what will happen? We have seen cases where actually the will is discovered, long after, family ruggles have come up and so on and so forth.
Yes.
So my personal view and advice is let a trusted person know that you have drawn a will and where it is, where it can be found.
Yeah.
You can keep it in your safe,
Yeah.
in your house. You keep it with a lawyer, keep it with your pastor, keep it with any other place. A
Yeah.
person who you can trust
Yeah.
will preserve that will.
All right. Justice, I'd want you to talk about maybe for a family where the man died before, writing a will. Where exactly should they begin, the process of having to find a solution to what the man left?
That is what we called. What I said earlier. The person died intestate. He died without a will.
Yeah.
Now, what will happen is that a family member, like a spouse, a child, a brother, a sister, will need to apply for what are known as letters of administration. You go to the court. You collect some forms there. You fill details that are there. There are affidavits that will need to be sworn. You may need a letter from a chief, to certify a few things. So that person now begins that process. I said earlier, it will have to go, a notice has to be published in the Kenya Gazette to tell the entire world, take notice that so and so, who claims to be the son of so and so or the next of kin of so and so has applied of letters of administration for the estate of so and so.
Okay.
And so then the process begins.
All right.
Yes.
And that does the same because someone is asking here. This man died.
Yes.
He didn't have, should I say, a beneficiary. So didn't have a wife, didn't
Yes.
have any children,
Yes.
didn't have anyone who was, he was taken care of. So he was just
Yes.
alone.
Yes.
But he had these piece of land and, some rental houses. Who now claims ownership of this and who should start now the process of, because currently they are doing nothing.
Our law, if I were to go to the Succession Act, it specifies if that person had a spouse, a spouse has first priority, then come to the children, then you go to the parents and so on. Eventually, if there is nobody who is closely related to that person, that property goes to the state.
Okay.
Becomes state property.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. So they need to start just like if the man had died and left the wife, they begin the process.
Yeah, the wife, the children need to begin the process.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how can the wife prove that I was the wife? Maybe they don't have a marriage certificate. How do they go about that?
First of all, there you are. The marriage certificate becomes important to prove that he was a wife.
Okay.
Where he was not a wife, then you will have to prove that there was a customary marriage, in which event, there will be witnesses who will be required.
Yeah.
There are people who are there when dowry was being paid. May need to go to get, a sub-chief or chief to say, yes, indeed, I have all along known so-and-so to be the wife of so-and-so. And you find a sub-chief, that sub-chief letter becomes very important where there is no marriage certificate to say, I, Chief so-and-so from this location,
Yes.
I certify that I know so-and-so. He was married to so-and-so.
Yeah.
And they have the following children, that
Okay.
kind of thing. So that is now given to the court. And they will have to look at it and say, yeah, you can, but it can also be contested.
Yes.
Because you'll find another lady coming and say, no,
Yeah.
I was also a wife.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are shockers we get, especially during, funerals and all, and then after.
Yes.
And someone is coming out and they're saying, actually,
Yes.
I'm part of this family.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they need to include
Yes.
everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're talking about that, and I'm just thinking of this child who's born out of wedlock, yeah?
Yes.
So how do we go about such a child? Because they show up and say, I was...
And especially
yeah.
if they were not included.
Yes.
It's proven out of wedlock. There are many men who may be supporting that child secretly. That child has a right to go to court, of course, through an adult,
Yeah.
to say that I was a dependent of the late so-and-so. I need provision from his estate. And the court will do that.
Yeah.
Because this is your child.
Yeah.
You are supporting that particular child. Yes.
All right. Is there a particular threshold? I'm looking at a threshold in terms of what I should include in this estate planning, in this will. And the reason I'm asking this is because, as we have said from the beginning, to some of us, we don't really take will writing and estate planning seriously because we think, even as just the name suggests, estate. So, unajiangalia, you are asking yourself, surely,
Do I have an estate?
we even have an estate, So is there a threshold in terms of this is the only thing that, or rather there is the standard for you that now, even if it is taken to court, you are not wasting, I have heard you are wasting the court's time.
No. There is no court time that is being wasted as long as that person has anything that they would like to speak about that they had in this life. Because there are even household goods, all right?
Oh.
There are terminal benefits if that person was working, because they need to state who will be paid that pension. What about that money that is in your circle?
Yeah.
Almost all of us have circles.
Yes.
Who will be paid that money? Assuming that the only thing that you had was your car and some savings in a circle and pension benefits or even contractual benefits.
Yeah.
That is already, those are your assets.
Yeah.
However little
Yeah.
it may be. It is important that you specify how you want it to be dealt with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Frank, wills are not a preserve of the rich or tycoons. Anyone, as long as they are 18 and above, sound mind, and there is any property that you can dispose of.
Yeah. And so even that bicycle.
Yes.
I should.
It is an asset. And they will be laying claim of that particular. For me, now a justice. There was a case of a very young person who passed on in our place, and unfortunately, once the burial ended, where they may not have had a lot, but they had a vehicle. Unfortunately, the parents to the man took over, and they took that car. And so this girl, she was there. She was like, how do I even fight?
She was not married.
She was married to this son, but now, after death, they were saying, son yetu ndiye amenunua hii. The importance of a will, because had this man said, in case of anything, she would have had something to run with.
Yes.
But now, where should she even start?
First of all, what those parents did
Yeah.
is an offense under our laws, punishable by imprisonment or even a heavy fine. We call it intermeddling.
Yes.
It is an offense to intermeddle, to interfere in simple language with a property of a deceased person.
Yes.
That is why, for one to deal with the property of a deceased person, authorization has to be given by the court. And after that initial grant of letters of administration has been given, within these 6 months, there is what we call confirmation of the grant. It is only after the grant has been confirmed by the court that you can now begin to distribute the property.
Yeah.
And you see, another benefit of making a will is that there may be a family that has been left with a lot of property.
Yes.
They're not able to sell anything to help themselves, to pay school fees. And I've seen people who are cash poor but asset rich. There are many properties.
Yeah.
But,
Cash flow.
cash,
Like-
cash,
Yeah.
It may take a very long time before that property is sold, so that this family can be helped. So that, in the case of that young widow, what the father did is something that it could take him to court. To jail.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So there's somebody who's asking. This
Yes.
Bethel Miller asking what happens in the event somebody has 2 wills that both are valid. What happens in that case?
No. There cannot be 2 wills that are valid, because if you make a will and you subsequently revise it, say for example you bought some other assets and you now want to make a fresh will to to state it
initial
there,
will,
you have to revoke the other will to state that this is the last will, or you make what we call, I don't want to use terminology like codicil. It's a document that is you have made to revise or to state other terms to do with the will. So there cannot be 2 valid wills. The will will only be one. Because you need to say that you have revoked the initial will.
one.
You say this is my last will. Yes.
We're living in a society where now we are having what we are now calling blended families.
Yes.
How and what should men do when they are drawing up their will or estate planning, especially where now the aspect of blended family is concerned?
I think, Gigi, that presents some serious challenge. It complicates the process because, in a blended family, we are talking of this man is his children, the wife is married as children, and perhaps they have now the other children they've got it together.
Yes.
If they have a will and they had already discussed and said that all that we have, we want, these are our children.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who came with choice. These are our children. We're going to divide this property equally amongst our children. That is okay. You may find that there are real challenges because perhaps the children from the wife's side have already maybe been provided for. You feel, no, I should not provide for them again. I need to provide for this one that we have got it together. That's why I said it all depends on the arrangement that they have. It is very important, I think, for that couple to discuss the issue very, very soberly before marriage and agree how they're going to deal with their estate. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Talk about maybe the property in question is jointly owned by another party.
Yeah.
The people, the man's property handle it.
You see, is that upon the death of one, the share passes on to another or to the other. That is if it is jointly owned. As opposed to ownership in common. In common, you favored Frank and I, or and you agree, you will own 60%, you will own 40%. All right?
Yes.
In the event one of us dies and we had that property owned tenancy in common, I can choose as I draw my will
Yes.
to transfer my share to any other person or to you to sell or whatever I want to do, because it is mine.
Yes.
If it is joint, and this is the benefit of registering properties in joint names, you will avoid that property having to go through probate. A long process, because automatically it passes on to the beneficiary.
And mentioning the same justice,
Yes.
It also helps because we have had cases of wives being disinherited.
Yes. Yes.
They are rightfully properties once the husband passes on.
Yes.
And so the siblings to the husband, they come in and they say, this was our son.
And even chase the wife.
Exactly. And
they need to know that the property, from the moment the husband dies, the property vests 100% upon the wife. It's the wife's property. Nobody has a right to touch it. Yes.
Someone is here. I want you to say something concerning this. They're saying even body organs are assets that can be willed away.
Yes. There are people. By the way, there are people, even as they draw their will, they dictate and say, they specify how they would want, their organs to be. They say, we should donate my eyes to such a hospital,
institution.
Institution, that kind of thing. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Njugi, BG, for raising that.
Yes.
Ndugu umesikia?
So property ni nyingi.
It is not really property side, but it is your body, and you have a right to dictate how it should be handled. We have had cases, for example, someone in their will, they said they should be buried in Langata. The family members are no, it has to be.
Yes.
If it is proven that there was a will,
this is where
that
they
person
wanted.
had chosen there.
Yes.
Even if you go to dispute it in court, you will have an appeal task to convince the court otherwise, because this will, we say, it is the voice of the maker speaking from the grave. He has already spoken where he wants to be buried. Who are you? Unless there are very compelling reasons why that deceased person's will cannot be complied with.
There's this another question. The team, you're always lively and very informative. I don't know if I'm off point. My question is, my dad has some principal amount of money that he has invested somewhere that gives him a monthly interest of almost 100K. He has registered my sister and I as the next of kin.
Yes.
Do we automatically get the money in case he passes on?
Yes.
Is there a difference between a beneficiary and next of kin? How can we ensure a smooth transition of this amount in case he is not around? It's in a fixed income fund.
Okay. It depends on the rules of that particular fund. I know some circles, you declare who your next of kin is or your beneficiary, and immediately upon the demise of that saver, the benefits are given automatically to the people who are named there. There may be some institutions or banks institutions where they will insist that you still go and bring letters of administration or the grant of probate if there was a will. So I would not say that it is not a generalized thing. Ordinarily, it should be, if there are benefits of a circle, they should be given to that next of kin, beneficiary. Beneficiaries, yes.
All right.
Yes.
And I'm just thinking about some of the issues. We have cases we reported even on radio. One that is latest, there is a family in Vihiga. Your children went to the father while he was in hospital.
Yes.
I need my share of inheritance, just like the prodigal son. I need it here and now. So in such a, is it legal?
No, it is wrong. I actually remember dealing with a particular case like that when I was a High Court judge in Nakuru. It was very the father asking children, you so and so, didn't I take you to university, educated you,
Yeah.
you so and so, you graduated, set up for you this business. It is not right for children to demand, like the prodigal son,
Yeah.
be. It is not. They are right. This property belongs to that old man.
Yeah.
Repeat that. It's not.
Yes, it is not their right. Yes, yes.
It's very important.
That
Yeah.
Mali belongs to that mzee.
Yes.
Yes. If it is not ancestral property where
Yeah.
they can say that, you know, they have legitimate expectation.
Yeah.
That it's a customary property, something will be devolved upon. But if it's a property that mzee has bought, who are you to go and say that you must divide
Yeah, you must,
in
yeah.
your lifetime? Yeah.
Thank you.
It is his property.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
can share it
Yes.
with whoever and whomever he
And
feels
by
like.
the way, even when you are drawing a will, there's no law that says that you must divide your property equally amongst your children. No.
Yeah.
It
Or
is-
even should take the
no. It is up to you to divide it in the way you want.
Yeah.
I have seen real cases where a father says, I have given so and so much less than the other because in his lifetime I gave him 5 million shillings to set up a business and he squandered it.
Yeah.
That was from family property. And therefore I cannot give him equal amount like I'm giving so and so.
Yeah.
And you know, the court will honor that.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
I
need
think-
to call it a day. Right? That is, imagine already. I have so many. If just something of every question, learning a lot from the program about writing a will. My question is, if I have debts, you mentioned this, can I include them in my will for the beneficiaries to pay the debts?
Absolutely. That's what I say that. But I say debts are assets. Because if you are expecting a dividend from some place, so and so had your money, he was to pay you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is a debt.
Yeah.
You need to state it there. As you even are going to say to you what your liabilities are, you know, it is only the net value of your estate that will be there for distribution. Because, for example, if it is a house and it is mortgaged to a bank, by the time one was passing on, this house is valued at 20 million, but there's a debt, you know, with the bank of 15 million.
Yeah.
You cannot say I have given this house unconditionally to so and so.
Yeah.
It is subject to that outstanding debt. That is why it is important you state it there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Many
Justice.
questions.
Yeah, so many of them. I don't know when we will have you back, Justice.
Yes, and when you,
Yeah.
if you want us to have a part 2,
I think we need to
you
have
know,
a part
yeah,
2.
yeah.
We should have a part 2.
I have no problem.
Awesome.
I have no problem.
Thank you. Now that you have said that on air, we will see when and where is here. When is now when we will
Promises are
decide.
made.
Yeah.
By God's grace,
Yeah.
grace, when you plan it,
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll come. I'll be
If
willing to
possible,
come, yes.
if of course based on
Yes.
how your calendar looks like,
Yes.
we can have you even hopefully by next week so that we have back to back.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll do my best to look at my schedule.
Producer is very much excited and looking forward. Thank you. Yeah, that's producer Yuna. Yeah. So thank you, Yuna. Thank you for the good work that you do as always. And so thank you so very much. Before we call it a day, remember Brookshine Schools. Learning goes beyond the classroom to nurture character, leadership, and faith. It is located in Kamulu, just an hour's drive from the CBD. Brookshine Schools is a faith-based, family-oriented school that partners with parents and the church to raise balanced, confident, and compassionate young people prepared to lead with excellence. Admissions are now open, and so you can visit brookshineschools.ac.ke. And this is to ensure that you are booking a school tour and secure your child's place today. So Brookshine Schools focused towards excellence. Frank,
Yes. It's been real, yeah?
umesoma mawili matatu.
Mawili matatu tumeendea.
That bicycle.
Yeah, you have to make sure that everything noted down. So I think it all begins by at a place of having to, you know, just sit down and see what do I have.
Yeah.
And then the whole process begins.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
mean we are done?
We are done. Imagine. So thank you so much, Justice.
yeah.
Really appreciate.
Yeah, we are not only now.
Tunaenda sasa ndio hizi tunamalizia. So we just call it a day and a good night to everyone that has tuned in. Keep those questions, by the way, coming because I believe the Justice will be coming in and he will be helping us with all those questions. We will collect all of them and of course we will be sharing with him, and I know he will help us as well. Keep that conversation going even on our social media platforms. It's been awesome. My name is Gichuru. Thank you so much for your company. Have a blessed weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye for now.
Thank you.